Hello, my kitty cats. All right, so we are going to talk about, in this video, problem number 4. I'm going to rewrite it over here just so that I can talk about it. So I have negative 4x plus 5y is less than negative 3. Okay? Now, I'm not going to end up dividing by a negative number, so I'm not going to have to switch my inequality symbol, so that helps. So that makes this problem a little bit easier. Again, just like before, I need to have this in slope-intercept form, so I'm going to isolate my y value. So I'm going to add 4x. I'm going to add 4x because that's in the way of getting that term alone. That is a zero pair. So now I'm going to rewrite my inequality to be 5y is less than 4x minus 3. Now I'm going to, okay. 4x minus 3. Now I need to divide by 5, divide each term by 5. So then I'm left with y is less than 4/5 x minus 3/5. Talking about it in terms of graphing that's a little difficult to talk about because our y-intercept, our b, is negative 3/5. I can make that a decimal. Same with the 4/5. I can make my slope a decimal, but in terms of my slope, I want it to be in a fraction form because I want it to have my rise over run. Well, that's okay. I can take negative 3/5 and I can rewrite that as negative 0.6. So I'm going to go over to my graph. Well, this point here, that point there is 0, 0. This point is 1. So 0.6 is going to be kind of right in between 0 and 1. We can estimate. We're talking about graphing it, and we're talking about looking at whether or not our graph is going to be above or below. So we can do a little bit of an estimation. It doesn't have to be precisely exact. Okay, so now we have our y-intercept, and then we can talk about our slope. So our slope, we're going to rise up. So let me do see if I can get a little tiny point so I can show you. So I'm going to rise up 1. Now look, I'm not going to that perfect point. I'm staying in the middle because I started in the middle. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4. So went up 4 units, and now I'm going to go right. Now look, I'm going to go right because I'm here in the middle. Now I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So it's going to be right about there in the middle. Now my line is going to be dotted. Okay, for just the sake of argument, I'm just going to dot it out both ways. This is now if I were to actually graph it correctly, I would go ahead and go down 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go left 5. But in the sake of doing the time of the video, I'm just going to graph it. Now, I'm going to check. Again, if I look here, that coordinate point, 0, 0, is above my graph. So I can use that. It's not going through the origin. So I'm going to plug in the coordinate point. Oops, hold on, excuse me. I'm going to plug in that point, 0, 0. So 0 less than 4/5 times 0, negative 3/5. So 0 is less than 0, negative 3/5. Is 0 less than negative 3/5? No, that's false. So then that can't be shaded. I need to shade. Whoops, should not have done that. I need to shade below on my graph. Okay? Now, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to talk about problem number 6. Just give me a second and I'll erase some of this stuff so I can clean it up. Now, and then I'm just going to make that go away just so the sake of being able to see and isolate on problem number 6. Okay, this problem number 6 there, this is the same thing as saying f of x is less than x. So this is a parent function, okay? So parent functions go through our origin and have a slope of 1. Now, it is a dotted line, not a solid line. Now, let's talk about that. And remember, if it's a dotted line, That means that if it falls on that line, it is not a solution. Now, I could talk about that coordinate point 0, 0, but that's really not going to help me in terms of shading above or below. So I need to pick one of these coordinate points that are either obviously above or below my boundary line. So I'm going to pick the coordinate point 0, 1. Okay, I'm going to plug that in. My y value is 1. My x value is 0. Is 1 less than 0? No, that's false. So then I know I need to shade below my boundary line. Okay? And that should hopefully answer your questions that you might have. And again, I'm going to point out any point along here. So I can go, as long as I go all the way, I can go here. Also, as long as I don't go anywhere in the shaded region, is going to be a solution that will make that inequality, y is less than x, true. Anything in this non-shaded region will be false, including the boundary line itself. Okay? All right, we will see you in the next video, and hopefully that will help you some more.